Conversations. My name is Chloe, and today we will be going back in time to the Explorer's Age. For this lesson, we will be talking about the.
Hello.
Hello? Okay. Today we will be talking about.
Hello. Tis I, Sir James Cook.
You mean the explorer from the United Kingdom?
That be I.
Well, you're in luck. You're actually the subject of my project. Would you like to help me out?
I suppose I could.
Cool. James Cook was a British explorer and cartographer whose three voyages to the Pacific were central to its charting and subsequent opening up to European trade and colonization. He discovered and mapped out Australia, New Zealand, and the Hawaiian Islands. He would leave a lasting legacy for future explorers of the British Empire. He circumnavigated the globe twice, and he died on his third circumnavigation. His final voyage occurred during the American Revolution. I sailed the seaways and coasts of Canada and conducted 3 expeditions to the Pacific Ocean, ranging from the Antarctic ice fields to the Bering Strait and from the coasts of North America to Australia and New Zealand. My journals provide a rare, first-hand account of some of the earliest interactions between First Nations people and Europeans in Australia. Journal entries like mine give you insight into my feelings about who and what I was seeing, but they also reveal glimpses of the people watching and waiting for me and my men from the shore. Was in triplicate. The Admiralty orders of the day enjoined that the captain should keep a journal of proceedings, a copy of which was to be forwarded to the Admiralty every 6 months or as soon as after as possible. In the case of this voyage, the ship was 2.5 years from England before any opportunity of sending the copy occurred. This ship was the whole of the time in the new and savage lands. When Batavia was reached, the duplicates of my journal was sent home, and 6 months later, when the ship arrived in England, the full journal of the voyage was deposited to the Admiralty. First opportunity Cook had to send back his ship's journal was from Batavia, Jakarta, in October 1770, more than 2 years into the Endeavour's voyage. So, let's review. 1728, which is when James Cook was born in Martown in which is when he was born in Marton in Yorkshire. In 1746, he was accepted as a sea apprentice by John Walker, head of the shipping firm engaged in the East Coast coal trade. In 1755, he volunteers for the Royal Navy. July 1757, promoted Master of the Solebay later than Pembroke. 1763 to 1766, surveys the coast of Newfoundland, observes an eclipse. Good for him. Eclipses are cool. The summer of 1768, he sails for Tahiti on the HMS Endeavour to record observations of the transit of Venus. June of 1769, he opens secret instructions from the Admiralty and sails south in search of Terra Australis Incognita and explore the coast of New Zealand. Wow, hard's a word to say. The autumn of 1769, he sails around New Zealand, expertly charting the coast and proving that it is not part of a great southern continent. In spring of 1770, he lands in Bonte Bay, encountering the first Aborigines. I'll type that out so you know what I'm saying. October 1770, the Endeavour lands at Batavia for a much-needed refit. Many of Cook's men suffer and die from malaria and dysentery. In July of 1772, James, now a commander, sets out with his 2 colliers Resolution and Adventure. January 1773, Cook becomes the first navigator to cross the Antarctic Circle. Summer 1773, the crews return to Tahiti and then visit Tonga. When they turn south to explore the Antarctic once more, the 2 vessels lose touch, and Furneaux, in command of Adventure, leaves New Zealand and heads home. January 1774, Cook travels in the South Pacific January of 1774, Cook's travels in the South Pacific have proved that there is no habitable continent. Instead of returning home, he continues to explore. Spring of 1774, Cook explores and accurately charts Easter Island, the Masquerades Island at the Friendly Isles, and others. November 1774, Resolution heads for home. The summer of 1776, Cook sets off again with the Resolution and Discovery in search of the Northwest Passage. December 1776, after a spell at Tahiti, Cook sets out for the Sandwich Islands, named in honor of the First Lord of the Admiralty, the Earl of Sandwich. Summer of 1778, the two ships head north, charting the southern coast of Alaska. An impenetrable ice wall forces them back to Hawaii. Initially, Cook is greeted as god, but relations between the sailors and the islanders soon deteriorate. February of 1779, Cook and his men depart, but are forced back 2 days later when the Resolution springs her foremast. Relations are again strained, and after a series of thefts, Cook goes ashore. He is attacked, overpowered, and stabbed to death. 1779, October 1780. Clerk, previously in charge of the Discovery, now takes command but dies of consumption 6 months later. Lieutenant Gore of the Resolution eventually brings the ships home. And that is everything. So, thank you for my project. This is a lot shorter than the other one. I'm very happy about that. I'm glad this one isn't as long. Bye!